Bow. Shoots. Welcome in, everybody. Come on, y'all. We are back. Season 3, Episode 1, Off the Hip. It's your boy HD the King, aka Wallace Frazier, and I'm back with my guys, Razor and Young Streets. What's the word, y'all?
Yes, sir. What's good, man? Feels good to be back. How you feeling, Razor?
I gotta hit that one time for the old school. Hold on, wait! The
Oh,
boys are
yeah.
back in action.
Oh yeah, boy.
Hold on,
Back in
wait.
time.
Man, I love it. It's been a while. Tonight we got WWE Raw coming out of Madison Square Garden. It's
Say it
always a treat
again.
when they back home, man. It's always a treat.
It's
Yeah,
always a treat when they're in the garden, man.
we gonna break down the full show for y'all in attendance, but just off the hip, real quick, do y'all feel like WWE Raw lived up to expectations for it being in New York City today? Come on, give me some street
I,
raise. I need one off the hip.
Right.
Bow.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought that anytime they come back to the garden, it's always gonna be over the top. I felt like they tried to do that somewhat. The matches
Okay.
were kind of they was okay. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was a good show. Um, but anytime they come to the garden, I expect it to be off the hip. There's something cold. Coming out
the,
the top.
the
What about you,
standard is
Razor?
just a little bit higher when you're in the backyard, where you're on home soil.
Mm.
The expectations is a little bit more. Did it exceed it? No, with all due respect. However, for from the TV perspective, it was a fun watch. Hopefully, for those at the Mecca, they equally enjoyed it. I saw a lot of promise compared to past MSG shows with H. You can attest to this. They've been a little iffy in recent memory, but this was vastly refreshing, especially being on the road to WrestleMania.
And to answer that, I'll say this: the last few years, like you said, it's been a sight to behold. We had the final boss like 2 years ago coming the week before Mania, appearing on Raw side by side with Roman Reigns. Last year we had the CM Punk, Seth Rollins cage match heading in towards WrestleMania. We got the return of Roman Reigns in that episode. And today, that leads to what happened today. Our very first segment of the show, I feel like they tried to double dip into that like shock value. Let's bring people over. So without further ado, let's get into what happened. Cody Rhodes' music hits. Doom, doom.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Speak about it. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Like I got hype, like cause it's like you're trained to get this pop once you hear music. So I'm not gonna lie, like once the music hits, you got me. I'm like, oh yeah, adrenaline in my soul. Oh my God, it's Cody Rhodes. You feel me? Like I was a fan. I'm a fan.
Funny. He's
How
oh my God, it's Cody Rhodes.
you feel me, Street? You on that left side. I'm gonna throw it to you first. How'd you feel about seeing Cody coming out to open up Monday Night Raw?
Don't feel hype, man. The champ is here. You know what I'm saying? What do you want to talk about? I felt like he was getting ready to kick the show off. We in the garden. We got some high energy. I was feeling it, man. I was ready to hear what the man had to say. What about you, Razor? What you how was you feeling
And
today?
then, to a
Mm.
very interesting surprise, the $1 billion princess has returned to a warm reception, and as she states, the house that McMahon built alongside the legendary Bruno Sammartino, amongst many others, the birthplace of WWE, McMahon country.
Yeah.
Love it or hate it.
I felt like as soon as I heard Stephanie's music, I'm not even no shade to Stephanie because I love her. I heard the music and I was kind of like, why that music sounds familiar? Like I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while since I've heard
Yeah.
her music on WWE programming. So I was a bit like, hmm, where we going with this? And spoiler, we're gonna talk more about this on the sidebar quest in terms of what does this mean for the landscape of Stephanie McMahon showing up. But just to put a time on what I thought, I give her props for not being on programming and still being able to cut a promo, stand in front like she's ultimate McMahon professional. The one thing I want to pick y'all guys on is like the exact meat and potato of the promo, which I feel about Stephanie coming at Cody and Cody telling her that she's not like her father. Razor, let me know, Razor, what you felt about that.
Again, we can go one of many angles with this. I'll be nice and go PC for once. Is she the furthest thing from Vince? Absolutely, but also what she has is that natural. If it makes sense, that natural McMahon presence, so, much like
Mm-hmm.
her father and her grandfather, when they were out as an authority figure, you knew stuff's going down. And when we heard that phrase, "You're not like your father either," we got the vintage Stephanie right hand from God.
Mm. Streets, what you felt about that segment, man? The hand from God that Razor speaks of.
Corporate Cody has arrived.
Ooh,
I feel that that's the message Stephanie is coming with on this promo. Um, you heard of a coincidence? Maybe it's a coincidence. We did talk about her father and her grandfather, and we're coming up on WrestleMania, so it's not a coincidence that a McMahon might come out and change the tide of things.
Mm.
When have we seen a McMahon come out and try to save someone for themselves? It's always for their own selfish benefit. So I think that this promo was amazing. It was cool to see Stephanie come out. She didn't lose a beat. But I think that we're starting to see the beginning of corporate Cody. What do you feel,
Nah,
HD?
I don't want to get too much into it because like we could go really into it, and again, spoiler, we're gonna get into it for the sidebar quest. But I say this to what you said about corporate. How about authority, Cody?
I like it.
You know, you feel me? We seen some Stephanie tonight. We'll get to it later, but we had some Triple H sightings this evening. I'll say this though to wrap it up on this segment. I gave it a C grade. I felt like it left more to be desired. And I felt personally, for me, it did nothing for the red brand for Raw. This segment could have been held on SmackDown. There was no Randy Orton to give that extra like holy moment for the Raw audience. Other than Stephanie, it was like two cheap pops. With all due respect, you know what I'm saying. So I give it a C. I'm not sure, if y'all want to grade that or not, but I'll just give it a C for me right there.
Yeah, I'm right along with that. It was average. It was cool. Wasn't nothing too crazy. The slaps were more the crazier thing. So yeah, I'll give it a C. I'll give it a C plus because she slapped the shit out of him. You know what I
There
mean?
you go.
yeah,
Okay, I'll
I,
give you
I,
that.
I think it sees all across the board. I said if it wasn't for that back and forth at the tail end, where again the Dusty mentioned and the Vince mentioned and the slap. Aside from that, it was what you would expect from a typical back and forth promo. It's very passive, but it's always nice when they dig a little deeper, and we'll get to that later on.
And talk about later on, moving along, we got some more foreshadowing for the evening because I don't really like to talk about backstage segments too much, but they show ISHOWSPEED in the back, attempting to get uncursed by Danhausen, Razorhausen, you know what I'm saying? And Adam Pearce announces that LA Knight's going to be a special announcer for the tag team match that's coming up, and ISHO's going to be at ringside. So it's like,
It
what
was
does
it was a
that
little
mean?
weird.
Yeah, so we get into actually we don't have to wait that much longer. The Usos make their entrance with their new entrance music. I didn't have a
Huh?
problem with it. I see I see it's causing a roar online. It's causing an uproar online. So
I particularly wasn't. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And I just felt like they needed to do something else. I mean, I know they're including both the names, but it just wasn't hitting the same. I feel like.
Mm.
What about you,
Uh,
Razor? Real quick.
You already had day one ish.
okay.
Enough said.
I felt like they just stuck true to what they always were. It's just us. Oos is just me. Oos, day one. It's like, I'm not really too mad at it. And I guess people expected more, but I do feel like it's a fresh coat of paint. Like, it takes some time to get used to. Like, and they gonna defend the championships tonight against Division. Now, during this match, we got ISHOWSPEED by ringside. This is where things took a little turn because Logan Paul takes the action to the outside, and now he's attempted to get the brass knuckles from his mother. That was his mother, I believe, right? Logan Paul. That's
Yep.
what they said on commentary. So he's attempting to get the brass knuckles from his mother, and ISHOWSPEED is just like sitting there, like, nah, you ain't got to do that. LA Knight comes with the attack. So I don't want to be too long winded. That right there caused the involvement. ISHOWSPEED gets drug over the barricade. The brass knuckles go flying. ISHOWSPEED picks up the knuckles. LA Knight touches his shoulder. ISHOWSPEED turns around, clocks him. Later on in the match, them same brass knuckles come into play. Logan Paul uses them on Jimmy. Jay goes flying out the Logan Paul. Austin Theory, lifeless body, just arm goes over. 1, 2, 3, we have new champions. I thought this was pretty hilarious. I thought it was a cool way to, like, put some fun into what's going on with the Vision. They've been riddled with injuries. Everything just looks like a mess going on over there. I feel like this is a fun direction, including ISHOWSPEED Streets. How you feel about it?
I think it's cool. I think that WWE is smart with capturing I Show Speed. He's one of the hottest streamers out there right now. So the fact that he can, keep up and cut promos with the best of them, I think it's smart, and I think it's cool. You're right. They have been, hit with a lot of injuries and a lot of, stuff they've had to carry on their own. Just those two. So seeing them have the tag team gold around their waist and now throwing I Show Speed in the mix, which kind of somewhat has something to do with Danhausen. I just think it's all cool how it's all tying in. I'm liking it. Razor, give me your thoughts, man.
I'll start with the positives. I show speed with his presence and with his athleticism that as we've seen in his streams and past performances. If he transitions like Logan Paul, sky's the limit. I look forward to seeing that. With that being said, with all due respect to the individuals in this match, had his involvement not been what it was, I would have crapped all over this match entirely. I'm just being honest. He saved this for me, and if it was for those little moments, especially that reaction when he realized that he just knocked LA Knight 55 and halfway sideways that way, that look on his face, like, what has happened? And then the picture of when he's essentially with the hands raised with Theory and Logan Paul, and that look on his face, like, what? I didn't do it. What happened? I'm dead.
We got Streets raising his hand right there.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was some I meant to add that even the backstage promo with them saying like the Usos are gonna kill that guy. It was lighthearted. It was fun. Seeing Paul Heyman said it was super fun, man. So I thought it was a very cool thing. But I think I wrote you HD and said this like LA Knight got slept by Show Speed. So it would be cool to maybe see Speed in some matches. Maybe we've seen him already with Randy
You see what I'm
Orton.
thinking? You see what I'm thinking?
What if
Yeah.
Huh?
what if I Show Speed has a match at WrestleMania? Quick little match. Might be dope. I would really like to see what he can do in the ring. So hopefully we'll
And
get
I know
that.
me and Razor spoke about this on text. We think LA Knight versus ISHOWSPEED, but my wifey actually presented something else to me. What about a 3-on-3 match? Because we seen ISHOWSPEED's hand get raised by Logan Paul and Austin Theory.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, ISHOWSPEED might be like good in the ring, but I think most of these celebrities, once to introduce, they can use that tag team match. We've seen it with Bad Bunny, Logan Paul when he came in, Jelly Roll. It's like if it's gonna be his first match, I don't think 3-on-3 would be that bad. You know what I'm saying? And but again, shameless plug. We could talk more about this on the sidebar quest, but I do want to get your thoughts on the Usos actually losing, because if they do this 3-on-3 and they're not gonna get the titles immediately, I think it's time to like, I don't know, maybe remove them from this getting the championship stuff. Like, it's kind of getting a little tired for me. How you feel
Yeah,
about that, Streets?
I definitely would say the same thing. I wasn't a big fan of putting them back on the tag team, division to go after the belts again. They've already been, there, done that. Jay was on his, after the championship belt, and now it's just like, where's that run? It's completely, been taken away. So I'm not gonna be, mad that they lost the belt. I'm kind of, it's time, and I think they're cooking up something bigger with the bloodline. So this may be, like, hey, you lose the belts, but we need you in more important roles. Razor, I see you looking. Well, what are your thoughts, my man?
Unless we're gonna finally close the chapter on Jay taking out Roman and joining The Rock, I'm kind of not all the way on board on where they're gonna go with this rendition of the Bloodline, because when they put the belts back on them, it would have been asked for them to have a very dominant reign to kind of show Roman, hey, we're holding the bar in the Barker family. What you want? What time you want? What we doing? But we're not there, so let's see what happens between now and who knows what SummerSlam. We'll see, but I don't know. I don't like where this is going so far. A little worrisome.
And like that was the results of that match. The Usos end up losing the championship. We have a new tag team champions division: Logan Paul, Austin Theory. Moving on to the next segment of the night, we get Liv Morgan coming out to cut a promo on Stephanie Vaquer. Um, I'm gonna make it short and sweet. I could care less about this match. It really does nothing for me. I feel like I don't know how to really explain it, but they're reaching a bit. It's like now we got Liv Morgan trying to speak Spanish, cut the promos in Spanish. I I don't know. I just feel like I'm not really that much excited for this match, nor the other women's heavyweight match, Jade versus Rhea. What's your thoughts, Razor?
So I will say I'm looking forward to this one slightly better than Jade and Charlotte, but that's not saying much. However, yeah, the match will be fine at Mania. Again, the live line in Spanish, it was cute, it was cheeky, but yeah, it was all right. Let's just hope that the match does better than these promo segments.
What about you, Street? You end up catching that promo?
I did. What else, Sandy? I did. I would say this. I think that Jade and Rhea Ripley are gonna tear the house down at Mania. I am excited for that. As far as Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer, I'm not so sold on it just yet. And I feel that Liv Morgan has to hit her punches because some of those punches was phantom punches. They just wasn't landing. It just wasn't, it wasn't selling to me. So that's my take on that. I still got a little bit of work to do, but who knows? We still got 3 weeks until Mania. Maybe they'll sell me on something. What about you, Razor? See your hand raised. Talk to me, brother.
I'm gonna just jump the gun very slightly. This match with Stephanie Vaquer. Know who her opponent really should have been the whole time? The person who came back to help Liv Morgan,
Roxanne.
Roxanne. That should have been the opponent right there.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, that is an interesting take right there. It'd have been something fresh. I do feel like Liv Morgan, she's on fire. I can't doubt that, but I just don't like this pairing right now with Stephanie and her. I think they're just reaching to attempt to get a story out of it. And it's WrestleMania season, so a lot of things took shape this evening. And that's going to segue into the next segment right there. We got the Irresistible Forces versus Lyra and Bailey for the tag team championships. Now, this match, it was okay. I thought maybe they would change hands, do something surprising, but I kind of forgot about all the factors at hand. We got the Bella Twins, we got Charlotte Flair, we got Alexa Bliss, and ultimately, the match got thrown away. It was called a disqualification, and it's looking like we're gonna have a fatal four-way tag team match brewing up. Maybe one night, one of these nights at WrestleMania. I think it should be fun. It's not something I'm looking forward to, but I think they'll make it better than what I have in mind of it. What you think, Streets?
I think by the time Mania comes, they'll get it all together. There was a few spots where you could tell Lash was just so much bigger that she was trying not to hurt the smaller females. Like, so she was taking it easy and kind of like waiting for them, like waiting for the spot to happen. And but again, that's not shade to none of the females, man. I think this match is gonna be dope. And if they do end up doing some type of fatal four way or something crazy, Mania always knocks it out the park every time. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen and excited to see who will end up winning the championship at the very end. But throwing it back to my brother Ace, holla at me, man. What you thinking, bro? So you get your hand raised. Talk to me.
Yeah, so I was just thinking like Bailey, I enjoy her work, but I feel like there's something wrong with her confidence because you talking about what was going on in the ring, and it just made me think of the spot when she went up to the turnbuckle, and I believe it was last night. It just didn't look clean. It looked like she was unsure of if she wanted to do a leg drop or a double axe handle smash, a elbow drop, what it is she wanted to do. So I just hope that Bailey regains her confidence because I do feel like they're attempting to put her in the spots. The storyline might not be ideal with Lyra, but I do feel like they're sprinkled all over Monday Night Raw every time I'm
Yeah, for
watching.
sure, for sure.
So, hopefully something comes out of that because I do feel like that's getting a little bit stale too. The pairing of Lyra and Bailey, like I thought we was gonna go with this like split personalities angle with Bailey at one point, and it's like a little bit there, but nothing really formulated out of it. But then we get on to some better business, bigger business. I think this is one of the segments I enjoyed it tonight, but short lived as well. Brock Lesnar's music hits. He comes out, he has his ring gear on. He makes his way down to the ring. Paul Heyman is doing his spiel. Love Paul Heyman. Brock Lesnar just snatches the mic from him. He screams, "Oh, but get your ass out here!" That got me fired up. Then we get Adam Pearce coming out, like kind of being the party pooper. No, no, we're not doing that this evening. You know, ultimately, Oba music hits, bro. The pop from Madison Square Garden. I haven't heard that eruption from the crowd in quite some time. I even shout out to all the other cities, but when Oba debuted in the other, it didn't sound like tonight. It didn't sound like tonight. What's y'all overall thoughts on the segment? And over the reason I want to make it a two-part question: the overall the segment and how it ended. Ultimately, there was no altercation between Brock and Oba, but how did y'all feel about the segment in total?
They're
Streets.
doing they're doing an amazing job at keeping everybody hooked and entertained on their match. And if you ask me, they have stole the show for WrestleMania, even over Roman Reigns and CM Punk, over Cody and Randy. I want to see Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar. The fact that he came to the ring, his presence, Oba, Oba, the
Who?
crowd's behind him. Ooh. He walks, he makes Brock Lesnar wait. Then he gets over by Adam, he shoves him, get out of my way. And then before they can do it, who comes out of nowhere? Triple H. And this is the craziest part to me. Triple H looked like a kid trying to hold back Oba Femi out there. This is the game. This is the game. He looked like that nigga looked tiny and small. Oh, but with so I love it. He's larger than life. I cannot wait to see the ruler versus the beast. I'm there for it. My man Razorhausen, talk to him. How you feeling?
Brock has to be like a kid in a candy store with this matchup right now. Did you see the look on him and Payman's face as Obo's walking down and making Brock wait? Brock was smiling from cheek to cheek, and Obo just soaking our lid. That's like a teacher student. It's like that perfect connection. This match is going to be special. And if you notice with Pierce, he kind of tipped a little teaser. He's even stating, "I'm protecting my main events." He's letting folks know, hey, this is put on the marquee. Kid's a star. And you guys want him to be a star? Here we is. Here he is. We're giving him the king himself, Brock Lesnar.
And I don't know how we forgot to mention all the security guards that laid to waste during this segment. All them
Hey,
slim dudes, man, got thrown around. It was crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that one guy that Oba picked up, and I was like, he took a bump.
oh
It was
yes,
I mean,
when
he
he threw
picked
him on
all
the
of them up,
ground,
but that
when he
one guy where
and
he turned
two,
them and I was like, buddy, he took a bump right there.
it was two of them because that one dude he pushed to the side, hit his back on the pole on the guardrail right there. You could tell like Buddy was hurt, and then the fact that Oba looked the dude above his head and tossed him for the three like Steph Curry, he's out of there.
the dude that got tossed by Oba. Was that the same that took the F5 as well? It might have been.
Hey, dude, man, you hear me? Can you imagine? Can you imagine getting done like that by Oba Femi and then getting an F5, an aggressive F5 by Brock Lesnar?
Bro. And he
10
landed clean.
extra.
Bro, he landed clean on his peen, you heard? I saw
Mm-hmm.
them flat
Dunskies.
lines, you heard? Like, the what, like, yeah, I know his whole chest, ribs, groin,
Oh yeah, he's cooked.
everything is hurting,
He's
bro.
cooked. He's Dunskies.
Bro, that made me excited. I just felt
He's
like,
done.
I don't know, I felt like, to be honest, I wanted more. Maybe that's the point of the angle right there, but like we got to put things in perspective here. Like these are outrageous ticket prices. I ain't come here to want to see more. Like deliver more.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
most definitely.
so
But
that's just where
again,
I'm at with it.
they're trying to sell those tickets, man. They're trying to hype it, and I wouldn't be surprised if this goes and spills over because this is big. This seems like this needs more than one fight. You might get one at WrestleMania, but I can almost
Backlash.
guarantee we'll have another one at Backlash.
I mean, if you take it back to when Brock Lesnar and Cody fought, they did a trilogy. You know what I mean? So maybe you
Yeah,
on to
What?
something with that right there.
yeah, bro. It's definitely gonna happen for sure. This is too big of a match. This is too big of a dog fight just to have one match. You know, if we're getting WrestleMania moments right now on Raw, we definitely need more than one match after WrestleMania. But we're gonna talk about that more on the Sidebar Quest. Pull up and watch that. You did.
Yes,
Yara
sir.
me.
And more laying out the foundation for WrestleMania. Getting on to the next match of the evening, we had Penta versus Kofi Kingston. You know, just to keep that consolidated. Penta retained the championship, beat Kofi Kingston. But it was what happened after the match that kind of caught me. It was the announcement that there's going to be a ladder match at WrestleMania for the IC belt. Now, it wasn't clarified how many participants are going to be in this match, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm pretty sure we're going to get around the 6 to 8 range we usually get when they do one of these matches. Ah, man, Razor knows my initial text message was here we go with the 8 man stuff. My
Yeah,
only issue is that I feel they're doing too much. For example, Penta has a title defense. Remember, I tagged you guys with Vikingo. So they put the match out tonight against Kofi Kingston. I didn't really feel like, anything could happen, but I didn't feel that anything was going to happen this evening, to be quite frank. And now announcing that there's going to be a ladder match at WrestleMania, kind of waters down the AAA match between him and Vikingo for me. Like I'm gonna still watch purely for the match itself, but in terms of what's on the line, I'm gonna look like there's nothing on the line. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna kick it over to you, Razor. How you feel about Penta, the IC Championship, and what's going on with it?
Well, before I get to that, I do want to very briefly touch on what's going on with Grayson Waller. What are we doing with him?
I mean,
It's
I
like
kind of like the stuff. If I could throw myself in there real quick, I'm sorry. I like the stuff they doing with Javon Evans a little bit with Kofi Kingston. Kind of like that stuff. I think it has some legs there.
but we could speak on that later. But as for the ladder match, I'm excited for that. In regards to Vikingo, like you said, we don't know how many participants are there going to be. There's a very good chance that Vikingo could say, "Hey, when I beat you for this belt at Rey de Reyes, I'm in that ladder match. I'll beat you twice."
Mm.
Where, but also with the ladder match, and we'll touch on this later. Again, it's safe to say we had expectations for this because we know how good these matches can be with the talent that they have. And Penta, for those that have not seen his hardcore style, you guys are for a treat. Porque es cero miedo.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I think that Penta's about to show the world why he got signed to the WWE. I've said this before. I felt like they've kind of held him back, maybe because they didn't want him to get hurt, or maybe they just was waiting for a WrestleMania moment to be able to unleash him and let him really showcase his talents, at the showcase of the Immortals. And I think that he will become immortalized at WrestleMania. He will really start to pick up where we all knew that he could go. I think it's going to be something that they're going to knock out the park. Yes, I feel like what HD was saying was very true. You should have waited so that it doesn't seem like But we know that if you got to defend the belt at the PLE, you're not going to lose, and there's no real thing to be put at stake. So that maybe could have waited, what I'm saying? But, we'll see what happens. Like Razor said, maybe he'll end up doing something where he enters himself into the match or whatever. You never know because they are adding stuff and stipulations last minute. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a one last match or two last matches and some changes to some already made matches. What you guys thinking, man? What's your thoughts, Razor?
Card subject to change.
Yeah, if I put a tie on it, I would just say that I don't think a ladder match is needed. I think you could put Penta on a level where he's not just like a. You don't have to put him in a gimmick match. The ladder match is a gimmick. We're gonna have a bunch of people. We even Razor spoke about does Jericho return? We can have that as another topic too. Like we can have a return of superstar that may take away from. So are we really highlighting Penta? Is this moment built for something else? We don't know. And I think if you just want to put Penta on that level, I remember in AEW wasn't he in the ladder match and got hurt over there, Razor? Like
Possibly.
we don't need to put him in the at this age in kind of matches. Even though these guys are known for it, they can do it, sure. But I would want to maintain the health of my superstars. That's just how I feel about that matter. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna all be entertained by what we see come WrestleMania weekend with Penta and that ladder match.
So, can I ask you guys a question real quick? You got to answer it now. You can think about it real quick. In regards to this ladder match, we'll get to here shortly. As a little Easter egg for the folks watching, is is the bigger issue the stipulation itself, or the fact that we're not getting the star power to promote such a caliber match?
I think you just don't do that when you want to build high profile superstars. Like imagine Gunther having a title and they tell him he was going to be in that type of match. Like we didn't see that happen when Gunther held the championship. That's something you do when you have like when the roster is very thin. You know what I'm saying? And we're throwing in just like people in there to get a payday at WrestleMania. Now that could be what this is, right? Get some superstars on the roster, get them paid for WrestleMania, but
I think they're
yeah,
finally trying to find a way to include everybody.
yeah.
They're trying to find a way to include everybody,
Get the boys paid. That
get the
that's
boys
cool.
paid. And I think that these superstars they have are young and they're hungry. I think Javon Evans is gonna show us some crazy shit. I think Penta's gonna show us some crazy shit. I'm excited. I know a lot of times that boy bouncy.
Bouncy.
So
Wait.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Sometimes WWE does some, questionable stuff, but I think that this time around they're trying to top what they did last year at Vegas or the last time they went. So I think that this match will probably be better than the latter match last time. They're gonna make sure of that. You know what I mean? I think that they know that the odds that they're up against, and I think they do a good job of beating those odds.
And moving on to our next segment, we had Paul Heyman coming out. He cuts a promo in the ring, and you know, Adam Pearce comes out once again this evening. This time to let him know the Boston PD has let Seth Rollins go. Also, that Seth Rollins is medically cleared for action as of this evening. We hear the music. Oh, we hear the crowd. We see Seth behind Paul Heyman with a chair. It's about to be time. And then Gunther, out of nowhere, Gunther,
What?
the career killer, career killer,
What's up, Hotbox? Boo.
Gunther
Ah.
comes out and just snatches Seth Rollins out the ring, got him in a sleeper hold, cinched in real tight. You see Seth Rollins go to sleep. How we feeling about that, Streets?
I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it at all. You come out. Gunther has nothing to do with this. Yet he intervenes, and now we have a match that randomly gets created. I'm just not liking it very much. Um, I understand you want to have Seth Rollins beat in WrestleMania, and maybe even Gunther, but I don't think that was the way to go about it. Um, I think I spoke to HD. I'm gonna make a prediction here. If Gunther joins the Vision or gets on with Paul Heyman, it eventually is going to somehow lead to Gunther versus Brock Lesnar. And Razor, my man, leaned up because he knows there's going to be an event coming up where they're in Brock's hometown. So maybe we'll see the career ending killer, Gunther, going up against Brock Lesnar. And maybe that's why they're trying to strengthen him with putting up against Seth Rollins. Razor, talk to
Mm.
me. Talk to the folks. What you feeling, man?
H, don't be mad at me. I smell another favor coming along. Oh man, this is not gonna be. I don't like this at all.
These damn
Again,
favors.
this is definitely a decision. This is a choice. I don't think this is on anybody's bingo cards in any decade, any era. It's like you're just throwing darts at this point. Like again, I get it. Road Dogg's gone, but for lack of a better term, who's booking this shit? Like, again, the match is gonna be fine. I'm not gonna be mad at that, but it's like, just why? How? Why? Why? Uh,
They want to include everybody. HD, what do you think about this, man? Big dog, holla at me.
I guess this is the rare instance where not all surprises are good surprises because yeah, this was a surprise indeed. But I didn't understand. Like, all right, I'm gonna come clean. Like, we gotta be honest. I understand we're positioning Seth Rollins to be a baby face, but when did he turn baby face? What moment was it when he got speared by another heel when he was heel too? Because technically he hasn't done nothing babyface to be a babyface yet. So it's like I don't know. I just feel very indifferent about there not being no conclusion to the Vision storyline, and it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Streets, let me know what you thinking, man.
To be honest, man, if I gotta be real here, I gotta be honest. he has done something to become somewhat of a babyface. He hit Paul Heyman in the back of the, neck with a chair. Pow! And that right there, whenever you see somebody who's considered a heel or a villain getting attacked, it almost always makes you, the baby face. So him coming after Paul and getting his revenge, I think is what is putting him in that baby face light. But again, I don't know who said he was done being part of the vision or, being a heel. I still like Seth Rollins to, be a heel, but maybe we're gonna see him be on his Stone Cold Steve Austin vigilante thing
Right,
where
because
he's in the middle.
I definitely get what you saying, but I feel like since he's a visionary, since he's an architect, the architect, I feel like you in this story just specifically, you got outsmarted by
Yep.
another heel.
By someone
So
on your
yeah,
team.
so you trying to paint it as a baby face, but I don't know your full intentions because we still haven't got there. We had all
Just
the
kind of makes
mass
sense.
mention. Yeah, there's been a lot of smoke screens in between because we had Austin Theory as the original mask man. He came out doing the stomp. We really got no like reasoning behind that. Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's a weird situation. I'm be honest. Later on in the evening, Adam Pearce did announce that there is going to be a WrestleMania match between Seth Rollins and Gunther. What happens? Braun Breaker comes back. Like, it's hard for me to be excited. I need to see where they go with this in the next few weeks to continue to build that up. I need to hear from Gunther. I need to see like what he has to say.
I'm gonna kill your career. You with your broken back. I'm gonna put you to sleep like John Cena and AJ Styles, and like the Bill Goldberg.
I mean, what if
Facts.
like I don't want to get too much into the what ifs, but like, what if there's a scenario where the match has a stipulation where the loser has to leave the brand, can no longer be on this brand? That'd be crazy.
It would be. We might see something like that. You never know, and then we might not see him get his revenge for some while. But
Because it
hopefully
just
they'll do
doesn't make
something.
sense. How you go from like I mean I get it because there's like but so many careers that you could really end right now, but I think that was the poor choice of them going down that route with Gunther to begin with. Like,
If you do a match between them two, fuck it, make it a steel cage match. Make them go out. Make it to where you can there was a little bit of blood tonight on Gunther. Maybe make it to where it gets down and dirty. Make it, what I'm saying, we had a street fight tonight. Maybe make it a Vegas street fight or something crazy. I don't know,
mm,
but you guys need some seasoning, because you're doing stuff for no reason. You need
let's
some
see, let's see
seasoning.
what let's see what Razor talking.
Hey, do you remember the Lions Den?
Nah, nah.
The old Ken Shamrock stipulation.
Oh, I
Oh
do remember
yeah,
that. Yes, here the fight in
him
the
and Ken.
Lions Den.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Matter of
remember in the
yup.
fact,
house.
no, no,
They had the fake
And
octagon.
no.
yeah, in the
Remember that's when
house.
Seth did it with Riddle when DC was the referee. They did something similar.
I mean, listen, I wouldn't be opposed to that, but that's not something I'm clamoring for either, to be honest.
Oh God.
But they got to do something because just like to be, they're just throwing matches out there, like
Bad razor.
Yeah, man.
just
Bad
throwing
razor.
matches out there. We get it. It gets announced. John Cena's the host of WrestleMania. It's like they're just doing things.
Yeah, I said, hold on, man. John just left. Now you did all that stuff to say we wouldn't see you again, and then here's WrestleMania, and you hosting it? You're hosting, not stopping by, not doing the Stone Cold Steve Austin walkout,
But
not doing the Undertaker riding the motorcycle around the ring. You're
but
hosting, Negro. You could have stayed for all that. Hey, look, real quick, Matar, what's up? Hello, Hotbox, how you guys doing? Yes, we'll have questions we'll take at the very end. We're almost to it, but yeah, keep it up. What's up with you, Terrell? But H, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You a Razor. What you thinking, man?
I mean, listen, John Cena. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. The last few people that hosted anything show up and say welcome to the show, and you don't see them for the rest of the evening. So have at it. Get you a check. Do the promotion work. I'm not mad at it. Go ahead, get your money then. Like, cause I don't expect no involvement. I mean, like, I want to be surprised. Surprise me that I don't expect no involvement from John Cena to attitude adjust anybody. The most maybe that could happen is why he rewrited the wrong from last year when he kicked Cody in the nuts or whatever he did to get the championship from him, and now he helps him this year, and that would be really corny. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be really corny. Yeah, streets, talk to me.
I think this will be the first time that we'll also see Gunther and John Cena in the same spot. So that may add to the whole order of the match as well. Who knows? Razor, give me your thoughts. And hold on, real quick, Matera, you can't add something. Yeah, here in just a moment. You can't. But Razor, give me your thoughts.
So literally the entire last 12, 13 months, that all the words that came out of his mouth after this, you will never see me in the ring again. You'll never see this and that. Bullshit. This is WWE. You never say never.
Hmm.
Goddamn liar.
But moving on from
HBK said he'd never do it. He still came back eventually. Flair did it
yeah,
about 30 million times. Terry Funk did it a million times. They all come back.
let's just move on from Cena, man. It was just like let him have his little. He wasn't even there to announce it. It was a video from wherever he was at, Florida or something. Like
Eh,
we had Raquel versus Io Sky. Raquel picks up the victory. I think that was good momentum for Raquel right there. It was a great opponent for her to defeat right there in Io Sky. I think it's time they let Raquel loose. I've been wanting her to win something. The Royal Rumble, the Elimination Chamber. I think this is a good victory for her after not getting those two things. Gives her some momentum right there. How you guys feeling about that? Streets?
She's I think that once she took that information, I think it was from Kevin Nash, that she just needs to be more of a big, a big bad in the ring. She has just exploded on the scene. I'm loving what they're doing with her. I think that she is larger than life and she's really stepping into her character. And I think before too long, we're going to see some championship gold around her waist. She's putting her time in, and I think it was an overall good match. And I think pretty soon they're going to have to give her the belt, or at least start putting her in that run for the championship.
Which belt? Would you give her the heavyweight belt or have her go after the Intercontinental since AJ Lee's a bigger name? She's holding that one.
To be honest, she's a big bad. Have her go for the heavyweight, for the top
Okay.
dog. She should top spot. She's up there. You keep her going. She can keep up with the Jades and everybody else is back there. The
The heavy
Tiffies,
hitters, yeah.
the heavy, the
Nia Jax,
Lash, the Legends.
Charlotte, yeah.
She's right there with them. So I think that at the end of the day, that she could do her thing, because she's really the biggest female usually in the ring. So hopefully we'll see her make her run. Razor, talk to me, man.
let's run down some of the women on the SmackDown side that are, with all respect, some of her size. All, mind you, championship caliber, if not main eventers. Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Jade Cargill. Just put them all in the same brand. Make it easy for everybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
It
it's
where's
writes
time.
itself. Yeah.
yeah.
Cause I do gotta agree with you there. It's a bit difficult. Seeing Raquel in the ring with such smaller competitors sometimes, and have to see her eat the L a lot of the
Yeah, man.
times.
It's not
Like
believable.
I get it's part of the storytelling, but it kind of makes her character look a bit foolish the way they would do it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'm on board with y'all. I think Raquel's looking like money these days. I'm pretty sure we all knew she had the potential. So, hopefully they'll have something lined up for her too during that weekend. The last segment though, the OTC, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns in the Garden once again.
Fire.
Fire. He wastes no time. New York City, Madison Square Garden, acknowledge me. CM Punk's music hits. They waste no time. Action breaks out.
It was clobbering time.
I'm be honest, I'm about to rage bait everybody. CM Punk destroyed Roman Reigns this evening.
You know who's in the chat right now?
CM Punk destroyed Roman Reigns, my tribal chief today. That's cool.
He got his
Broken
lick
clock.
back. He got his
Yeah.
lick back.
A broken clock is right twice a day. You know, things may look right now. You know, but come WrestleMania weekend, come that Sunday, the tribal chief will be standing tall with the ones high up in the air. Not only with the ones, but with that World Heavyweight Championship walking into Monday night as your new World Heavyweight Champion. Listen, I wasn't happy with how things turned out. I feel like it's a little overexposure the last few weeks. I feel like I'm not sure the order of it, but it's been 3 or 4 weeks with them coming out almost the end of the show every time, main event, cutting a promo. And yeah, I'm just not happy it had to end with Roman Reigns going through the table. It is what it is. You know, it was good programming.
Yeah, it
I'm glad
was.
I wasn't in the building today. I would have been heated.
Yeah, man.
To be honest with you.
And it wasn't just that he put him through the table. He taunted him, sat down right next to him.
Yeah, who's on now?
Roman,
See?
Roman
Yeah.
Reigns, Roman,
Roman.
Roman Reigns. And then proceeded to pound on the OTC, man. Pause. And I just couldn't. I couldn't get with it, man. I feel UHD. It's like I don't like seeing the tribal chief down like that, man. But I think it's good for business. Business has just picked up. We're getting closer to the big dance, and they have to have a good match. And I think WWE is doing a good job to promote it, man. But damn, to see CM Punk just come out there and kind of handle Roman the way he did. Uh, we're not used to seeing that, but again, it was good for TV. It was very entertaining to
No, it
watch.
wasn't,
He
man.
said, "No, it wasn't, man. I ain't feeling that, man.
Yeah, no, it wasn't,
It
man.
wasn't, man. I like that.
Man.
Allow me to stir the pot real quick.
Come on."
There was one little thing that I would have loved for Punk to do. Just one little thing, one teeny tiny little thing post power bomb. Just look Roman at his lifeless body, put his arm out, and do the shield fist right in front of his face. Little deep cut for the MSG loyal.
I will say this: I did have somebody in the audience. Shout out to Hotbox 42. He said, "Listen, it's 420. I'm sorry." He said they should bring back the Shield. No joke. So that's kind of tying into what you were saying. Definitely could maybe see that. That would have been a cool thing, but OTC did get handled. Man. He went to sleep, took a power bomb, but it wasn't a good thing, man. It's cool though. It's lick back season. It's lick back season, so I expect it. But don't forget, it's also get back season. So OTC
It's
will get
Aries
his
season.
get
What
back.
can I say?
To put a tie on my thoughts before we get into the comment section and chop it up with the chat we got out here. I don't know. For me personally, after all the Raws I done seen pre going into WrestleMania, I don't really think this one hit. Like they threw the names out there. Sure, you had the Brocks, the Obers, Roman, Seth, Gunther, Punk. They had it all tonight, but it just Cody, Stephanie McMahon, like you know Stephanie, like I don't even took a little control, like
I
I
prefer the
don't
other
know,
song.
man.
I'm all grown up.
Yeah, like I don't know. For me, the show just it felt like y'all trying too hard to sell me on something, and I'm just looking at it like, I don't know. Like I'm seeing the same old shit. And actually, I can't even say it's the same old shit when like going into the show tonight, we said what we said. The final boss with Roman 2 years ago, the cage match. Like, what was the memorable match tonight? What was the like? I can't really.
Wasn't really a lot to choose as far as matches. That was like, man, that match was just fire.
Well, I know one that we're looking forward to this year. Oh, bah.
That's my
Oh, bah.
Ooh,
that's definitely the pop of the night right there. That's
ooh,
definitely the pop of the night right there.
for sure,
That
man.
arena erupted right there. How y'all feel Streets and Razor Streets? What's your overall feeling of the whole show together, like put together as a show rather than segment by segment?
I felt like it was an okay show. Wasn't nothing too crazy. They kept it safe. They kept it, short and sweet to the point. They brought out a couple pops to get the crowd going with the Stephanie and the Oba and Brock, Roman Reigns, CM Punk. What the matches were cool. Wasn't nothing too crazy. Mania's around the corner. Obviously, they're trying to save all their wrestlers. Um, I felt like it was okay. If you're gonna be in the garden though, I do feel like you need to tear that shit up. So maybe next time when you double back, bring your A game. Because I felt like this one was more like B minus C plus game. You know,
Funny you mentioned that, Streets. Very
talk
funny
to
you
me.
mentioned that.
Talk to me, Razor.
I believe July 17th, if I'm not mistaken. Saturday night's main event at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm debating.
And that's
I'm
SummerSlam.
debating. I'm
And
debating.
it's ironic that's around SummerSlam season.
I might even go to NXT tomorrow just so I could believe in Joe Hendry.
Yeah, got to, man. I
I don't.
believe in Joe Hendry.
Yeah, I might. I don't know. We'll have to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Razor, you finished giving your thoughts about the whole show? You gave
I
us your
mean,
thoughts
I
right
mean,
there.
the show was fine. They've been playing it safe, but truth be told, for me, this is Mania season. You got to ramp it up. This is the Super Bowl for crying out loud. This is uh
Mm-hmm.
like Coachella. This is the big show. This is the granddaddy of them all.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, getting into the comment section. Chat, pardon me, we doing things a little bit different. We on a different platform today, so I got my notes on the different pages. I was doing this whole stream. It's gonna be the format going forward. We're gonna take time at the end of the stream to chop it up with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Get it out the holster. You feel me? So let me go up top real quick. Streets, and we could slide over, see what's going on with you. We got Amethyst in here. Amethyst, you said no one is bigger than my tribal chief. You was right. Yeah, you definitely was right months ago. You was definitely saying Roman was gonna go for a title at WrestleMania. And where you going? Like, you got time if you're still in here to let us know where you going.
Oh, she's there.
Ali, I see you spot on. Yep, going to WrestleMania. Oh, you said it. Yeah, you going to WrestleMania. Oh, that's lit. That's lit.
Ooh,
That's
fire,
lit.
bro. I'm
Vegas.
jelly donuts,
Okay.
bro. That's fire, dog.
You said rated out of 10, Ali. That's my brother Bowie in the building. Shout out my brother Bowie. I'll give it
What up, boy?
I'll give it a 6. I'll give it above 5 for the effort, but 6 for the non-delivery and the desire for more. The Cody shit ain't need to really be on the opening show to me, to be honest. Thought that was a little bait out there. And no Roman next week. Man, we need to see off the hip at an event together, maybe annually at WrestleMania movie. That would be
Hey,
crazy.
hey, man. I
That
said
would
it,
be
man. I
crazy.
said it
Never said
before,
never.
man. I said we need to
Crazy.
pull up in an event, man. I didn't already been to what?
Nah, you had said
Three.
that. You
Yeah, I've
said
been to
that.
three, so far. So, and there's one coming up after my birthday. I think it's SmackDown May 22nd. My birthday the 21st. I'm about to go out there. You feel me? Kick it one time with the family again. But
Nah, we definitely gonna have to see what logistics is like,
yeah,
see what travels like, everything. It's the
yeah,
best option. Razor had mentioned that main event. I'm thinking about going to that, you know what I'm saying? And we'll have to see down the road like a bigger event, like maybe fucking Royal Rumble or something, or
yeah, man.
WrestleMania.
That'll
That'd
be
be
that'll be
crazy.
that'll be cold
A
for real,
Royal
for real.
Rumble would be wild.
But a
With the
mania would be
multiverse,
like
hell
would
yeah.
be crazy.
Crazy,
That would be
crazy.
like I would be a kid. I would literally be a little kid all over again. That would be super dope, man. Cause
And
I've always,
I wanna sit on the stage, the new part that they got where you can sit above the
yeah,
entrance.
man, yeah,
Yeah.
man.
So a road trip to Saudi next year for Mania.
Shit, let's go, man. Yeah, what's it? Whatever it come back. Hopefully, they ain't
It's gonna be
left.
a minute.
Yeah, be out there with the off the hip merch going crazy. That'd be cold.
Yup.
Yo, real quick, Hotbox said y'all are talking WWE. This is awesome, man. Thank you, bro. Yeah,
Let's
we
go.
had
Shout out Hot Box.
let's go, baby. We'll be doing this every week, man. We'll be back. We're here. We're doing our thing again. Like I said, we all hit the lottery. we took a little break for a little minute, but now we're back, man. We donated all the money to charities and stuff like that. So yeah, we're back now to get some more and kick it with y'all and run it up. So thank you for watching, man. And like I said, we'll definitely be bringing you guys a lot more content.
Yeah, that WrestleMania season definitely be epic right there. And just said my tribal chief wins the belt, I'm going to lose my ever loving mind. Definitely, he is going to win that, and you're going to be in WrestleMania to witness it. That's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be lit.
I see some
I
pics
want to
after
see
this.
pictures.
Some
Yeah, I want to
pics
see
Yeah,
and
on
pictures.
videos.
me, on me, on me. You gotta pull up and like send them in so we can use them on the show. That's gonna be fire.
Off the hip WrestleMania stream or live for WrestleMania. Facts, show them the outside of whatever venue they going to be at. We got
Facts.
to go to Riyadh, man. You think
Yeah,
they'll
oh
let us in?
God.
No, they ain't
Yeah,
going
they
to let
will.
us
They
in.
better. They
They
better.
going to let us
They'll
in.
let us in, but you see all the bars around Vegas. They said, "Hey, you're not gonna block us. We're gonna have these parties."
Shit, it's about to be crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a W right there. 75 hours, weeks for 3 weeks straight. Said for it to go. Oh,
Nice.
yeah. W right there. Let's go. I mean, I think you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be an amazing time come WrestleMania season. It's always fun. The amount of hype and it's just like if you're a real wrestling fan, it's kind of regardless of what's going on. The two things, Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, always kind of just get you,
Yeah,
regardless of what's going on. It's just like you get that feeling, like
yeah,
you
yeah.
get that feeling. Where can I
On
send the
me.
images and videos? So you can send it to my DM on Twitter if you still
You got our
have me on
social
there.
medias.
Yeah, send it to me on social. I got my DMs open, so y'all can pull up. Y'all
Mhm.
can you know what I'm saying? Leave some comments on the pages, on the videos, whatever y'all want to do. We can keep the conversations going. And definitely, right before we go too, I want to take the chance to let y'all know. Go follow my brother Streets. Go follow Razor, and also we also got the other show, Sidebar Quest. Watch out for that. Go pull up to our TikToks in case you want the short forms of the show. In case you might have pulled up late, you want to just see a certain topic, hear us touch on a certain topic, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can go check those out too. So keep your eyes open, keep the notifications going. We here. Any last words from you streets, Razor Streets?
Um, feels good to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, feels good to be back, man.
I second that.
We home.
I need to make a
Yeah.
sign. I worked OT at TurboTech, so I add a C to my OTC. Let's go.
Let's go,
I like
baby.
that. And with
Let's
this
go.
dropping bars.
I
Dropping
mean,
bars for real.
I mean.
Oh yeah.
Hotbox said, "Great stream, guys." Hey, thank you so much,
Appreciate
Hotbox,
that. We
Appreciate
man.
it.
definitely
We really
appreciate
do,
that. We
man.
look forward to having you next time, Hotbox.
For sure, man.
We definitely look forward to that. You know what it is, man. It's off the hip. Season 3, episode 1. We came back with a bang. Monday Night Raw, Madison Square Garden. What a time.
Time, baby.
We didn't hear CM Punk say that tonight.
We
What a
didn't hear him
time to
say
be
that,
alive on a
so we
Monday
gonna say
night.
it. We're trying to be alive on a Monday night. Yo, hey, real quick, when are the people gonna be able to see us again, HD?
They're going to be able to see us this Friday after SmackDown. Give us a grace period to get everything set up. So as soon as SmackDown goes off the air, 11, let's say, give us about 11:30 in between that time, and we'll be outside with y'all.
Most definitely.
Yes, sir. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been real. It's been fun. Now it's time to go hide the guns.
That's right, baby. Get up out of here.
Yeah.